Hi, and again, welcome to another video on the Target Individual Program. I'm doing this additional video that I did earlier, the one that I talked about the messages that I've gotten on my phone with the perps calling my phone and leaving messages of police sirens and car honking. It's something that they do to me, mostly on a daily basis. All right. But this video, I want to give an example of people who will follow authority or authoritative figures blindly to the point that they will actually kill another human being or almost kill another human being and torture human beings. Okay, and this is 2016, and I would say that most people today are more likely to follow the orders of a person in an authoritative position, even if that order means the death of someone. Okay, that's most people today. Right now, they did this experiment, the Milgram experiment, decades ago, and they decided to repeat the experiment to see if people today would do the same thing. And guess what? I'm gonna let you watch the video, and you be the judge of that. Okay, and you can find this video on YouTube. As you see here, social experiment, obeying or resisting authority. I'm not going to play the entire video, but I want to play some parts of the video, particularly the section in which the men were being told to give electric shock to another person that they can't see. All right.
Imagine this scenario. You go to a prestigious university to participate in a learning and memory experiment. When you
Let me see if I
arrive,
can
you
improve
discover that
the
teaching
video
instrument
quality.
is this machine, which seems
No, that's it. That's
to electroshocks to a man on the other side of the wall. As you move up the scale, he begins to scream out in pain.
The experiment requires that you continue.
The experimenter pressures you to go on. Would you agree to continue with the experiment? That's the question Stanley Milgram, a social psychologist at Yale University, posed in a famous series of experiments about obedience and authority. It's been 45 years since the Milgram experiment took place, but would people behave any differently today? To find out, we teamed up with Dr. Jerry Berger, a social psychologist at Santa Clara University in California.
People have often asked this question about, would we find these kinds of results today? And some people try to dismiss the Milgram findings by saying, well, that's something that happened back in the 60s. People aren't like that anymore.
We're about to find out if people have really changed.
I'm a teacher now.
39-year-old Troy Shasker is an electrician. He's been paid $50 to participate and told that the money is his to keep even if he quits the experiment early. He's worried about the dangers of the electroshock machine.
I don't think I'm shocking that hard. If you really does screw up, it's severe shock there. Yeah, there are 29. Just go give him a shotgun.
In the room next door, Troy watches as the learner gets strapped into his chair. His anxiety rises when he hears the next scripted line.
I should probably bring up a couple of years ago at Kaiser, they diagnosed a mild heart condition. I'm really not too worried about it. It's not that serious. But
well, you should know that while the shocks that we'll be using today may be painful, they're not dangerous. Okay?
Milgram intended that exchange to set up a conflict in the subject's mind, a choice between the health of the learner and the authority of the experimenter.
So when he gets them right, I get shocked.
Now, Troy starts reading Ken the word pairs he's supposed to memorize.
Blue girl. Nice day. Fat neck. Number 1.
Then the test begins.
Blue
I'll be back.
boy. Girl. Grass. Hat.
The learner must decide which of the 4 words is the correct match. At first, everything goes smoothly.
Correct. I was confident that he was doing really good at first, and then it started looking bad.
At 75 volts, Troy hears the first sign of trouble.
Soft, rug, pillow, hair, grass. Incorrect. 75 volts. I could actually hear him next door going, ow, oh, and he kept getting things wrong. Incorrect. 90 volts.
At 105 volts, he's clearly uneasy.
I got a little moist on my forehead there. I wasn't comfortable. I can't tell you why I listened to him and kept going. I should have just said no. The correct word was duck.
Near the end, he's almost willing Ken to learn the right word pairs through the wall.
Horse. Incorrect. 135 volts.
Troy starts laughing nervously.
The correct word was woman. Rock. House.
At 150 volts,
Incorrect. 150 volts.
That's all. Get me out of here. I told you I had heart trouble.
will Troy listen as the learner begs him to stop, or will he follow Brian's orders?
The correct word, Carol White. The correct word was white horse. The next item is sad.
He obeys the orders.
Face.
Why didn't you stop?
I saw him get strapped in, and they were just like little. I mean, he could have just, if he was in that much pain, he could have just tore himself off.
Why are you putting it on him and not you or the experimenter?
I was just doing my job. I was doing what I was supposed to do. 75 volts. So I guess the influence of having the conductor of the experiment right there next to me, telling me to keep going, had a lot to do with it. Cool day.
We tested 18 men and 22 women.
Very often, the first time they hear a noise from the other room,
Wrong. 90 volts.
the typical response is to turn toward the experimenter and, if not say something, at least give a look that says, what should I do? And of course, when an expert tells them, not a problem, this is nothing to worry about, continue, the rational thing to do in that situation is to continue.
He's not finger in the face. He's not a drill sergeant.
No, you don't have to be threatening. The power that he has in this situation comes in part because he's an authority figure, and we're all trained a little bit to obey authority figures, but also he's the expert in this situation. He's the one that knows about this machine.
Incorrect. 105 volts.
In the end, almost 2/3 of the men agreed to administer the highest shock. For the past 30 years, there have been severe restrictions on using humans in social psychology research. To avoid putting subjects under too much stress, Dr. Berger made a significant change to our experiment. In this experiment, you stopped at 150 make-believe volts. In Milgram, they went much higher.
We stopped for ethical reasons. We couldn't put people through the agony that Milgram's participants went through. What we find is that point, that 150-volt point that we stopped at, is something of a point of no return.
150 volts.
If people go past that 150 mark, there's an 80% chance they're going to go all the way to the end of the year.
When we come back, how do you think women would test compared to the men?
Ow. That's incorrect.
The battle of the sexes when we return. How many men would agree to electroshock a stranger when ordered to do so by our experimenter?
Incorrect answer, 90 volts.
Ultimately, more than 2/3 of the men we tested agreed to administer the highest shock, which made us wonder, would the kinder, gentler sex be more responsive to the cries of pain on the other side of the wall?
That's all. Get me out of here.
I think women are more compassionate beings, more emotional beings, more likely to respond to an emotional outburst.
At first, women did seem far more concerned about the effects of pain on the learner.
I'm Norman. I take care of people. I don't inflict pain, normally, I am assuming you're really not going to give someone a heart attack.
I'm seeing stuff go all the way up here. Do we ever get up this far? Because this says danger, severe shock.
Chris is 50. She's married and has a 19-year-old daughter.
When it starts to get up in here, the labeling is
Well, we don't know,
non-indicative.
we don't know how far it's gonna go because it all depends on how the learner learns the words.
Good luck. Number 3,
At first, she doesn't seem too concerned.
man, lady, tub, neck. Ow. That's incorrect.
By the way, Chris is a 7th grade teacher.
Number 8, soft, rug, pillow, hair, grass. Oh, incorrect.
Then, at 75 volts, we notice something strange. A smile.
I teach kids, so I can kind of tell shock from not shock. So when somebody just kind of goes, oh no, I have to write a 5-paragraph essay, I don't pay much attention to that. So I listen to see if the kid is really surprised or upset. And you always hear a little beforehand. I didn't hear the, so that's why I smile.
Pretending to be her.
Yeah, playing with it.
She continues to move deliberately up the row of switches.
90 volts. Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. 105 volts. Ooh, I'm sorry. Wet goes with duck. 120. I've had that shock myself.
So you're thinking now,
This isn't good. I've been reassured that there would be no pain involved.
and that's making you think what?
That I'm not sure I believe the professor, and that I'm going to think carefully about what I'm hearing as I'm going along.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a white horse. This says 150 volts. Deep breath.
That's all. Get me out of here. I told you I have heart trouble. My heart's starting to bother me now. Get me out of here, please. My heart's starting to bother me. I refuse to go on. Let me out.
Well,
Please go on, the next item is sad.
okay. Now, he said that he had a heart problem.
Remember, all the shocks may be painful to him, they're not dangerous, we know that.
Okay, we're aware of that, and there's not going to be any lawsuit from some medical facility, right?
If anything happens to him, I am responsible.
That's what I needed to know.
Okay.
Why is that what you needed to know?
I needed to know that he heard what the gentleman said, and I needed to know that he knew, and that he was responsible, and that he was aware of what was happening.
You heard the man say, "My heart hurts,"
I did.
and just having the guy in lab coat saying, "Keep going, it's fine, I'm telling you it's fine, going," somewhat divorced you from your own decision-making power?
Oh, sure. It's just like when I'm told to administer the state test for hours on end.
You're doing your job.
Doing my job.
She told us later she didn't believe she would have shocked the learner in the danger zone. What were the differences between men and women?
The argument has always been that, well, women are going to be more empathic, they're going to be more caring and concerned about the man on the other side of the wall.
Grass, duck,
And yet, some women showed little emotion during the experiment.
Wrong. 120 volts. Wrong. 135 volts.
Didn't go all the way down, please, go ahead. Okay.
Wrong. 150 volts.
That's all. Get me out of here.
Right, we're
I told you I have heart trouble.
White
My
horse.
heart's starting to bother me now.
Continue with the
Get
next
me
item
out
is
of here,
sad.
please.
Others seemed disturbed as the experimenter pressures them to continue.
The next word is sad.
I can't continue if I hear this man screaming and he wants it to stop.
It's absolutely essential that you continue.
But why if we hear him screaming?
Whether the learner likes it or not, we must continue until he's learned all the word pairs correctly. Okay? Sad, please.
That's all. Get me out of here.
Both of these women went on to give the highest shock of 150 volts to the learner.
One could argue that it's very difficult for a woman to be assertive. Okay, many women in our society have a more difficult time saying no to the male experimenter.
You had a very diverse situation here, women, different ethnic backgrounds.
It's reasonable to guess that culture would come into this, and the culture might play a role. There are some societies, we call them collectivist cultures, in which people are more geared toward doing what is good for the group.
My heart's starting to bother me now. Can you help me, please?
Wet pause. Set.
I refuse to go on.
Face in Asia, like punishment from parents as well as the punishment from schools are actually kind of common.
90 volts.
We tested 22 women and were surprised to find that women were more likely to continue to the highest shock. 73% of women, 65% of the men.
The voltage is 150 volts.
That's all.
And we began to notice a pattern. The majority of people who continued to follow orders refused to take responsibility for the learner's safety.
It's not my responsibility. You all, brought this. We're volunteers.
Wow. So you hear that? It is not their responsibility. So if, let me just pause this. So if someone in an authoritative position tells you, and remember, this is what most of the Nazi soldiers claim, right? That it is not their responsibility. They were just following orders. It was their job. Even the Nazi judges, it was their job. There's a movie that I would recommend people watch, and it's called The Nuremberg Trial. All right. This is a movie I saw. William Shatner. Who else is in there that I can remember? I think Spencer Tracy, he's in there, and I forgot who else was in there. But anyway, it is a movie that most people should watch. And you will hear this is a trial that was with these 4 judges, German judges, who they were just following orders. They were doing what the state wanted them to do, or what Hitler wanted them to do. All right, and they take no responsibility for what they've done, even though they knew that they were sending people, that the people they were sending to their deaths were innocent, right? But they still did it anyway. The people who target us as TIs, our family members, friends, strangers out there, again, someone in an authoritative position is giving them the authority to do what they're doing to us in a psychological manner, not just psychological, but physical also. When they steal our stuff, right? For me, they steal my money, my jewelry, my personal, any personal item that I may have, and they want to steal, they will steal it, and to let me know that, hey, that they can get to any of my things and take it whenever, okay? In an attempt to keep me isolated and in the house, not to go anywhere, because if I go somewhere, my stuff will be sleeping, my stuff will be stolen. If I have money in my wallet and I leave my wallet in my pants, okay, they will get family members to steal my money. Now, like I said, I live with my sister and my nephew and my niece, and they're constantly stealing my money. Okay, now they have money. My niece work, my sister work, my nephew, he has a lung issue, but he does work also. All right, so they have money, but yet they steal mine. Okay, and they will leave me like $3 in my wallet. $3 in my wallet after they take the majority of my money and leave me $3. Like, seriously, right? So this is what they do again. But because someone of authority is giving them the anonymity from prosecution, right, from responsibility for what they're doing to me, they think that they can get away with it and it's okay. They have no conscience. Now, my sister, she's very religious. I'm not. She's very religious, and I mean really religious. Okay, and to let things like that happen, it goes to show, particularly people of faith, people who are Christian, people who are Muslim, they are more easily to follow along and do something like this than a majority of people. I'm an atheist. Okay, and anybody come to me and want me to participate in any type of harassment, physical or psychological, I'll tell them to go and F themselves. All right, I will not participate in anything like this. I've been like that, never have done it, never will do it. Okay, so again, in this video, it shows you, and the most striking thing is that it says that the majority of women are more likely to participate in torturing a human being than the men, right? Unbelievable, right? But this is how far we've come in this country, where we basically flipped the script, right? So whereas you used to be the majority of men, in this case now women are being conditioned to ignore cries for help. You know, they their maternal instinct, right, of being caring and all that stuff is all thrown out the window. And that's why we have, you know, women nowadays. You know, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care, you know, about their relationships. They don't care about, because, you know, majority of them think it's all about money anyway. Okay, so you're always looking for somebody who has a lot of money, right? And so that's how they condition people in society. And so this is a very good video. I'm going to end it here. And I just wanted to just do this just to prove a point, right? That even in today's society, today, 2016, the majority of people will participate in the torture, psychological harassment, the physical harassment, even the death of another human being. And because they are given the authority to do it by someone in an authoritative position, and they themselves are being absorbed from any responsibility, they will do it. Okay, even if it leads to the death of another human being.